It's What's Up Weekly. Fantastic of you to join us. We're looking forward to today's episode.
We are.
It's going to be jam-packed full of just good stuff.
Good little nuggets of information.
And before we get too far ahead of ourselves, we do have to point to next week because next week is going to be even better than this week.
Oh, I can't wait.
So it's Resource Week next week, and we're going to fill up the dump truck full of resources for kids, youth, parents, discipleship, all things that are really going to be helpful for families. We're going to just dump it out and kind of sort through it, throw them at you, and then you can just pick and choose some maybe new resources.
So stay tuned. Be looking for that. It's going to be a good change of pace.
I think
for us.
so. I think so.
Yep.
It's National Day of Mulligans.
Yes, absolutely.
Who doesn't like a good mulligan?
I don't know. I haven't met somebody yet.
It's almost like Grace Day.
Almost. Yeah. We're not going to go that route to say, God's grace equals mulligan, because all analogies break down at some level.
Yep.
But
because a mulligan is basically just one do-over.
that's true. You only get one.
God's grace is limitless.
Exactly.
So, how do you like that?
As well done,
All right,
Brian. Absolutely.
Very good. Hey, parents, adults, anybody who's connected to our Southgate network, AWANA is going down on Wednesday night. This week, we need your help.
We do.
We have a great crew of Cedarville students who help staff certain places in our AWANA ministry, and they're gone. It's fall break, and so we need the Southgate crew to really represent themselves. So we need extra helpers on Wednesday night. So if you can help, just lob in a quick phone call or an email to our church office, just to let us know that you're coming. That way we can plan for you, and basically all hands on deck.
And what time do they need to be here?
They need to be here at 6:20.
Okay.
So our club begins at 6:30. You just show up at 6:20. We're all done at 8:05, and then you're free to go after that. Come and point kids to Christ. It'll be a great time.
That'd be wonderful. If you have middle and high school students who are planning to join us for Young's Night, bring them with you at 6:20 when you get here. We'll be taking off around 6:30, 6:35, going down to Young's, spend about an hour there, and then coming back. So we're excited for that time. Just hang out together, do something fun outside of the four walls here at Southgate. And our next event after that is our fall retreat. You've heard us mention a couple times, there are these flyers down at the Family Ministry kiosk in the North Foyer. That's coming up on November 4th and 5th for all middle and high school students. They're invited, and you can register on our church website through next Wednesday, the 25th. So a bit of time. And actually told our students this past week, fun fact, our registration fee this year has actually gone down.
Awesome.
From what it was last year.
Last year was a good rate.
So it's a little more affordable even this year.
No excuses.
We want everybody to be able to go.
That's right.
So please let me know if you have any questions and get your students signed up for that as soon as possible.
Cool. All right. Well, hey, this is our next segment. It's kind of a challenge segment. It's our Joe and Tell segment. Text in a picture of you grabbing a cup of coffee with a friend. And I was thinking about coffee shops here in Springfield, and I've been to most of them, but there's one up in Northridge. I forget the name of it, though.
Scouts Cafe.
Scouts Cafe.
Relatively new.
I've never been there. I've heard good things, but so if you go to Scouts,
let us know.
Take somebody, text us a picture,
give us a review,
and that would be great. We'd love for you to do that.
And with life being busy these days, whether you're at home or on the go, we want to encourage you to have more spiritual conversations with your family.
Good.
So take one meal this week, whether it be around your kitchen table or maybe grabbing some pepperoni pizza up at Northridge Lanes. Excellent.
Yeah, so grab your coffee at Scouts and then go grab pizza there. Yeah,
absolutely. No matter where you are, I want you to take one meal this week to do two things related to spiritual conversations. And this segment doesn't come from our sermon here at Southgate this week. It actually comes from another resource that I came across about 2 or 3 weeks ago by Pastor Mark Driscoll. It basically takes a science analogy of the solar system, how the planets orbit around the sun, and then from Lamentations chapter 3, where it reads that the Lord is my portion, therefore I will hope in him, and the Lord is good to those who seek after him, saying that our soul should be orbiting around God. And when our families place somebody else at the center of our orbit, family orbits around dad, mom, maybe the son or daughter, things get out of whack. Priorities get skewed, and that person cannot handle all the love, demands, and purpose that you're putting on them.
They can't.
Only God can. Right. And so that just really got me thinking about, how do I spend my time and the decisions I make? What is my heart really orbiting my daily life? So I encourage you to talk about that with your family this week. Maybe ask what you're seeking after, what your family is orbiting, what you individually are orbiting, and hopefully it leads to some constructive growth for your family.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Well, hey, we're going to shift gears into our game segment.
We are.
And this is a fan favorite. And we've actually enlisted a helper for today's game
We have.
of
Quick draw.
Quick Draw. And so we've got a special guest.
We do.
Do you want to introduce our
I
guest
do.
for us?
Our guest
All right.
today is Megan Baumgardner. She works in our church office, and she's going to serve the role as the guesser. So this way, Brian and I will each take turns drawing some story from Scripture where God gives someone a second chance or another chance. And Megan will be the guesser for each of our drawings. Whoever she can guess the fastest, that person will be the winner.
Okay.
So Megan, there's no pressure on you.
Okay.
It's just on Brian and I, okay?
Okay.
So as soon as I begin reading, time will begin.
Okay. I can't remember his name because I have pregnant brain, but it's Jesus inviting the man down from the tree to have dinner with him. And his disciples.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Zacchaeus.
Yes,
Absolutely. Thank
Zacchaeus.
you, Megan. Thank
Yes.
you.
The pressure is now really on me at this
Okay.
point. So here's mine. Okay, here we go.
Is it when Jesus invites Peter to walk to him to the water? Are they on water?
They are now. I mean,
You've lost this.
I've lost it. Man, oh man. Hey, friends, next week, I've got to get a win. That's one. But
Wow.
two, don't forget about resource weeks.
gonna
We're
be
going to
great.
be dumping all sorts of stuff and throwing them your way.
Very different segment.
Very different
you won't wanna
episode
miss it.
altogether. See you next time.